Leviticus 10-12 reminds us that God is holy, and his presence is not to be treated lightly. We see the tragic results of disobedience in worship, and we're introduced to detailed laws about cleanliness and purity in daily life. God isn't distant, he's near. But nearness to God requires reverence and responsibility. Then Nadab and Abihu offered unauthorized fire before the Lord, which he had not commanded them. Leviticus 10, one Aaron's sons, newly ordained priests, enter the tabernacle with strange fire, something God did not command. The result is instant judgment, and fire came out from before the Lord and consumed them. Leviticus 10, 2. God speaks, "Among those who are near me I will be sanctified." Leviticus 10, 3. Moses tells Aaron and his remaining sons not to mourn publicly because they represent God's holiness. The chapter closes with more laws for priests about not drinking wine before entering the tabernacle, eating sacred portions rightly, distinguishing between holy and common, clean and unclean. This chapter is a hard lesson. Worship must be done God's way. His presence is beautiful, but it's not casual. This is the law, to make a distinction between the unclean and the clean. Leviticus 11:46-47. God now outlines which animals the Israelites could and couldn't eat. Clean animals allowed, land animals that chew the cud and have split hooves like cows, sheep, fish with fins and scales, certain birds like doves, locusts and crickets among insects, unclean animals not allowed. Pigs, camels, rabbits, shellfish, and creatures without fins, scales, predatory birds, bats, reptiles, swarming insects. If someone touched the carcass of an unclean animal, they'd be ceremonially unclean until evening. These food laws weren't about nutrition, they were about separation and identity. God was shaping a holy people. Even something as routine as eating became a daily reminder, you are set apart for God. If a woman conceives and bears a male child, she shall be unclean 7 days. Leviticus 12, 2. This short chapter describes what happens after childbirth. 7 days unclean for a boy, 14 days for a girl, then a period of purification, 33 or 66 days. Afterward, the woman would bring a burnt offering and a sin offering. If she was poor, she could offer 2 birds instead of a lamb. This wasn't a punishment, it was a ritual cleansing to mark a return to community worship. The priest shall make atonement for her, and she shall be clean. Leviticus 12:8. Mary, the mother of Jesus, followed this exact process in Luke 2:22-24, offering 2 birds. God cares about new life and family milestones, and he weaves holiness into every season of life. Leviticus 10:12 is a powerful reminder that God's presence is sacred. In chapter 10, we learn the cost of careless worship. Chapter 11, we see that God calls his people to live differently. In chapter 12, even childbirth becomes part of a rhythm of cleansing and return. God's laws teach that nothing in life is too small to matter, from food to family to fire on the altar. And while the rules may seem distant today, they all point to this truth. God is holy, and he desires to dwell among a people who honor his presence.